Hi, this is a JVC KD-D55 cassette deck made in between 1982 and 1985, and it cost 380 US dollars. So almost exactly in between the price of a BX1 Nakamichi and a Nakamichi BX2. This JVC deck is a 3-head deck, and I also have its matching amplifier, JVC model RX80, and that it's sitting on, but I will do a separate video on the amp. It's only recently that I've picked up this combo, and this deck, when first turned on, the deck would start rewinding the cassette by itself for some reason. At first I thought it might be something in a deck's logic system or something like that, but that's all the deck would do, just rewind, and it wasn't responsive to any of the inputs from anything. So it's time to have a look inside and see if I can figure out what's going on with it. And by looking inside, I thought this is the first belt that needs looking at, and this is the first belt that I replaced from a belt from my collection. Not the exact replacement, but something that hopefully it won't slip for the test. And when I fitted the new substitute belt, the deck behaved differently and not necessarily any better, and this would be due to the cam gear positioning. And this is what a cam gear looks like. And this is what I'm trying to do here, change the position of the cam gear by taking the tension off the belt and rotating that pulley. And you may or you may not hear a click in there when you get in the right position. It's a bit of a trial and error. And that particular belt you can replace without removing anything at all from the mechanism. You can replace that belt with everything intact. So the tension on that belt is okay. However, the main flat belt that runs the capstan flywheel does seem to be loose, because on startup it does seem to roll off the edge of the pulley on the motor side. So that will need replacing as well, and a proper replacement for that belt that I just substituted would be ideal for this deck. Okay, so did any of this stuffing around with the cam gear help anything at all? Let's have a look. And I'm putting in a good cassette. It doesn't really, it's not chewing cassettes or anything like that. And this is the deck playing now. This is the output level slider. Fast forward. Stop. Play. Rewind. Play. And it's not doing something or doing something. Yeah, I think it's back to that same position where it's rewinding, yeah. And it keeps on coming back to that. Every time I click it back in, it keeps on coming back. This is the second time. Let's have a look. And it's playing again. So, yeah. Maybe it just needs a good lube in that cam gear or something. I'll have to pull it apart and have a good look what's going on there. But hopefully it's nothing in here, and I'll have a look at that in a second. This section is interesting. Here you got the reset button for the counter, and the counting you can do in stopwatch mode, remaining time, or just counter. So you program a tape into it, so you see 60. In this case, you got 30 minutes and 54 seconds left, calculated by the deck. So if you change that to a C90, it'll calculate the time left as 45 minutes and 18 seconds, and so on with a C20, calculating the time remaining. And I think there's a 46 as well. Here, this is for that troublesome surge, and you can program the tune that you want it to find. So the 7th track, 11th, 12th, and it goes up to 20. So you can get it to skip to the 20th track on the cassette with this setup here. That might be the stopwatch, actually. This might be the stopwatch. Okay, there you go. So look at the other buttons. These three buttons at the top, two are for Dolby C, Dolby B/ANRS, and ANRS is it's got simply Dolby chips inside. This is tape monitor button, and this is tape select, so normal, chrome, and metal. Here's the recording level adjustment, timer button here, on off button here, and these pretty cool looking peak level meters. As far as tape controls go, there's a couple of indicator lights at the top here. And there's fast forward and rewind here, stop and play here, record button and pause button. And this is just, I'm not sure what this one does. I've got no manual for it. And eject button. Other inputs are for left and right microphones, and the headphones on the other side. And to my eyes, this is a very attractive looking deck. And I prefer black equipment instead of silver equipment too, and still find this deck very attractive. And it's a 3-head deck, so it's definitely worth bringing into proper working condition, and it just looks great. And here is cassette well and the 3 heads, single capstan. Very clean looking inside. And that's 3 heads there. The back of the deck, made in Japan and introduced in 1982, uses 16 watts of power, Dolby licensing writing, an external voltage selector, and the usual line in and line out on RCA plugs. A quick look inside the deck, and all the noise reduction chips have the Dolby logo, despite the deck also claiming ANRS noise reduction as well. And this is the board that's connected to all those buttons and all those programming things. I hope there's nothing wrong with this, or maybe the connectors here. Thanks for watching, and see you in part 2.